We're talking about top 3 issue over the last 4 years. These are CBP numbers, illegal crossings per year. Numbers are down by 95%. What changed? What changed?
You seriously?
Well, I don't know what changed, but that's a problem I have with people. You just start about immigrants and talking about things like that. I mean,
Illegal immigration.
The most important thing is climate change.
Hey guys, my name is Modi and you are welcome to Modi Speaks. You know, I used to tell you guys that I am neither on the side of Democrats nor Republicans, okay? But it is in situations like this that draws me further away from identifying with the Democrats. I'm telling you, the Democrats make it easy for me to choose which line to stand on. Today, we're going to be looking at this video made by James Klug. He's a great guy, okay? I really love the video he made some time ago where he was interviewing people on the street and asking them if it is okay to be racist to white people.
Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? It is okay to be white.
No, that's not okay. It's terrible to be white.
Okay, what do you think?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, y'all got too much. Yeah, y'all got too much.
Who want to be white? That's awful.
No.
Okay, so why is that? Why is it not okay to be white?
Y'all have the race as a people. Y'all have done too much. I would rather
people?
Yeah, as a whole.
And it's a group of people.
Too much good or too much bad?
Too much bad.
Now it's a group of people that's okay. Like some people fall in the line, like, you know, we okay and we all together. But the majority is not.
Is like bottom of the barrel, really.
Really?
Yeah.
What should white people do about that?
There's not
Like,
much y'all can do, but just gotta deal with it.
What should I do about that, do you think?
Try not to be white.
Gerard.
That's all you can do at this point.
No.
Try to be at least
Be
white as possible.
open-minded. Listen more.
Is it okay to be Asian?
Nah, you don't want to be them either. Nah.
How about black?
Definitely that. That's it. It's all you could be. It's the coolest thing to be. I mean, you really, after that, you talking bottom of the barrel, really. Asian, that's probably worse than being white, ain't it?
A lot of people that we would speak to today would call what you're saying racist.
Yeah, I am racist.
Are you serious? Or are you...
100%.
So you just don't like white people as a whole?
No, I don't.
That particular video was quite informative. It exposes the level of hate and disdain and also racism that some black individuals have for white people. And the most shocking thing is how vocal and outspoken they are of their hatred towards white people. But I digress, okay? That's not why we are here today. This particular video we're going to be looking at is centered on the exponential and immediate decrease in the number of illegal crossings across the US border. No more millions and millions of illegal aliens freely pouring into the country unchecked. Now, we all know that this complete chaos was imposed on the American people by the Biden administration, okay? The Biden administration destroyed the immigration system, giving rise to influx of foreign convicted criminals, rapists, murderers, and unskilled individuals, and all types of crooks and degenerates snuck their way into the country, mostly on the pretext of asylum seekers. But thankfully, Trump won the presidential election and he immediately set to work correcting this particular problem created by Joe Biden and his cohorts. Currently, illegal crossings is down by 95%, and that is absolutely massive and extremely commendable. So yeah, James Klug went on the streets interviewing Democrats and asking them what ended the disastrous border crisis. I have a feeling this is going to be a very interesting video. So without further ado, let's dive right into the video.
What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. Illegal crossings at our southern border have plummeted over the last couple of months, and in March we saw the lowest number of crossings ever recorded. Now, this is obviously a dramatic change from Joe Biden's administration, where we saw the worst border crisis in American history. So do Democrats know this? And if they do, what do they think the reason is? Today we're going to find out. Let's go talk to some people. We're talking about top 3 issue over the last 4 years. These are CBP numbers, illegal crossings per year. Numbers are down by 95%. What changed?
Now, what do you expect from someone wearing a mask at the beach? This is gonna be fun.
What changed?
You seriously.
Oh, that's what's changed. That's what changed.
Well, I don't know what changed, but that's a problem I have with people. You just start about immigrants and talking about things like that. I mean,
Illegal
the
immigration.
most important thing is climate change.
Wow. He doesn't know what changed. He doesn't know what's changed. He doesn't know why the society is no longer plagued with millions of unvetted, unknown illegal aliens sneaking into the country illegally. But somehow, he wants us to trust that he knows what he's saying when he's talking about climate change. Come on now.
According to Customs and Border Protection numbers, what changed?
He's lefty. We gotta go.
It's okay.
Trump. But that's not your story.
Can I show you the numbers on my phone? Thank you.
I do not know what changed. I don't know if I believe the data or not. There's a lot of fake data being thrown around.
You're absolutely right about that.
Before I know the source, I can't tell you what changed.
Would you like me to show you on Customs and Border Protection's website the data?
I don't know if I believe that as well.
On Border Patrol's website?
I don't know if that's credible.
What would you accept as credible?
These days, I don't know.
Someone said no amount of evidence will ever convince an idiot they are wrong. I mean, say no more, okay? These guys literally sat down and meticulously brainwashed themselves by themselves. They didn't even need the Democrat cabals to do that for them. They single-handedly did the brainwashing to themselves by themselves. When you say something that goes against their indoctrination, they scream at you that you have no evidence. Then when you present them with the evidence, they scream that the evidence is not credible. It's all propaganda. It's not real. These days, they don't know what to believe anymore. But they believe in climate change and that we are all going to die in 10 years. Okay?
Well, it was already down before Trump came in. But now there's a atmosphere of fear, so it's probably down further.
So you're saying they're way down? Deported.
Afraid of being
Yeah, because we're not being welcoming and hospitable at the border anymore.
Yeah, it's a 95% reduction, so that's why we're talking about it. Obviously, it's a top 3 issue over the last 4 years.
Right.
Worst border crisis in American history.
Well, I don't know.
Leadership.
I don't know if it's the worst crisis in American history or
Sorry,
not.
border crisis.
I don't even know if that's true or not.
By all available data.
Well,
that we don't trust.
Yeah, everybody's afraid they're going to end up in El Salvador if they get anywhere near us. Okay. Including the American citizens who are overseas.
No, and including Canadians.
Nobody wants to come here anymore.
Okay.
They hate us. They hate us everywhere.
The president changed, but does that make it? I don't. What do you want to know?
That's my question for you. What changed? The president changed. Do you see that as a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't see it in black and white terms.
Do you guys think that this is then, with that answer, is this a bad thing compared to this?
I think for years we've allowed people into our country, and I believe there needs to be some, method of vetting when they're coming back and forth. But when people are being persecuted in other countries and then come over here thinking that they're going to have freedom, and we're like, get out, get back, we're not going to let you in. No, and I don't agree with that.
The majority of these are economic asylees. Are you in favor of deporting those people then?
No.
When it comes to people entering the country illegally, should they be punished for that or no?
No.
What do you think?
I think we need to provide more services for asylum seekers.
Yes.
For sure.
Well, what changed? Trump is back, and he closed the border. And when Biden was here, it was an open border. We all know that.
The President
New
Trump.
president.
T-Dog.
Yeah.
Yep, T-Dog.
Yeah.
T-Man, T-Money.
Trump, dude. Finally, we get someone with some huevos in there.
President of the United States. Executive order
President
made
Trump.
it happen. And more better enforcement.
Better enforcement?
Yeah. People doing their jobs seriously.
What has changed that a leader came to this country. A real person.
I'm not saying anything.
No?
She's a Democrat.
She's a Democrat? I mean, I would love to hear the Democrats' perspective.
I'm not a Republican and I'm not Democrat, but I'm reasonable. I mean, the reason it stopped because you stop illegal people to come here to kill our people.
This was my best part of the video. I think my best couple in this video, okay? Old guy doesn't want to be in trouble with his wife. I'm guessing they are married to each other. So he just states his own opinion, which are excellent, by the way. And then he makes excuses for his wife, saying she's a Democrat. I actually respect both of them, okay? The wife included, mainly because they found a way to make their relationship work and last long, despite being the exact opposites politically. I'm still assuming they're married to each other anyway. Now, this wife might be delusional, but at least she made her marriage last, so I'll give them that, okay? And I seriously loved the old guy's ending note when he said he is neither Republican nor Democrat and that he is just a reasonable human being, a reasonable individual. I mean, that is also me, okay? I follow common sense and I just go anywhere common sense goes. Yeah, I'm not Republican nor Democrat, but with the things I'm seeing, I think I'm leaning further away from the Democrat here.
They're scared because Trump's the president. So they don't want to come over because they know they're going to get deported and they're going to get found. If they came over illegally, we're going to find them and we're going to get them out. You want to come to this country? Great. My parents were immigrants. My grandparents, a lot of immigrants, but they came here legally.
You guys are married?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No ring.
No ring, but you are showing the American people right now that it is possible, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, as long as one side doesn't say anything.
Okay. So I'm just going to work my best not to make a divorce happen here, huh?
She can say anything. Everything I say, she doesn't answer, so I know she's against it. That's okay.
I think the answer to your question is no one in Congress will get together and figure out a reasonable, logical immigration policy. It's either this side or this side, and they never get together and figure it out.
Well, if it's this side or this side, and you can see the numbers right now, which one do you prefer?
No, what I'm saying... No, what I'm saying...
No, I don't really like the idea of people being taken off the streets. I don't like the idea of people being deported. Without due process. I disagree with that.
Right. You're talking about maybe the Alien Enemies Act that they were using for MS-13 gang members. Is that what you're more referring to? The people that were just sent over to...
It's not just those people. I mean, it is that because they made mistakes.
I've been talking to people on the street over the last 4 years about the crisis. Yeah. The Biden administration and Democrats said that their hands were tied regarding the crisis. They needed to pass legislation to get it under control. Now, that legislation never passed. We have a new president.
So here I am saying the same thing. Well, aren't I saying the same thing? And you've been listening to it for 4 years and nothing happened?
Well, the
And you think it's going to happen now?
Well, the legislation never passed, but we have a 95% reduction in illegal immigration. So was that a lie?
We didn't do it in my opinion, we didn't do it the right way. We built a great big fence and so forth and so on. I think that's all bullshit.
Typically told the Republicans
not
to shut it down.
To shut the bill down. So we would have had that bill.
Right. So there is no bill, but but numbers have reduced by 95%.
Yeah, because
was that an excuse?
Okay. You're playing into it. I think we're playing into their hands.
Well, no, honest question. Because if that was the argument,
you're that kind of question. If that shows up on a survey the way you worded it, that would be a slanted survey.
Well, I've been talking to people for the last 4 years on the street, and that was the reason that I heard from everybody. And I'm wondering, do you consider that to be a lie or no? Do you think it was not a lie?
What? What's the statement? Was there a lie or not?
The crisis could only get under control if they passed legislation. The legislation was obviously not passed. There's a 95% reduction in illegal crossings right now.
Yeah.
Was that a lie or no?
I don't know if that's a lie or not.
Yeah.
I don't have the data. You're showing me a chart that you're saying is one thing, but I don't know.
I can, if you'd like, I can pull up the CBP data on my phone if you'd like to see the actual website.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, the answer is I don't know.
Were they lying to the American people or no?
They didn't want to do anything about it.
They didn't want to do anything.
They wanted the open border because they had an agenda, and game over. Don Trump's in the White House making it all happen now. It's all good for America, absolutely.
No, because they're enforcing the legislation that was there in the first place. So we don't have to pass anything, we just have to enforce what's been there since who knows when. So we don't have to change anything, just enforce what we have on the books.
I mean, I can't say if it was a lie or not. I just know that he needed help in a lot of ways. It's a lot of this, it's a lot of talk and no action. So finally we're getting action and everybody's upset. I don't get it.
Nobody wants to come and visit us anymore.
What do you think of...
Nobody wants to visit us anymore. What is wrong with these guys? Dear Democrats, who fried your brain? I know I said I'm neither Democrat nor Republican, but believe me, after witnessing these people clown themselves I'm definitely not a Democrat, okay? No, I'm not. There's no way I'm allowing myself to be this ignorant and delusional. I'm not gonna do that to myself ever.
About the gentleman that's Abrigo, that's
Abrego Garcia.
Right. What do you think about that? Should he be brought back to the U.S. by any means possible?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really interesting debate that's happening right now. What do I think about it? He's an illegal immigrant, connections to MS-13, wife beating.
Who said that besides Trump?
Who?
That's not what the state said. The state that he was removed from, there's no evidence of him being a criminal, committed no crime in the U.S. He actually had protection from the courts.
Yeah, I want to make sure we're not talking past each other because I'm just trying to talk about the facts here. So you're saying he wasn't an illegal immigrant?
Right. He had permission to be in the States.
He was in the United States illegally. He is an El Salvadorian
He was
national.
granted permission by the courts to stay because he was at risk.
He had a withholding order. He was allowed to be deported to other countries. He was not technically supposed to be deported to El Salvador because he was fearing rival gangs.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. This is what you're telling me.
Well, you asked me my thoughts on it. I'm just laying it out.
Well, you're telling me information.
There's court information documenting that information, as well as the MS-13. Would you guys like me to show you the court documents about the MS-13 involvement?
No, because...
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah. And I have other documents if you'd like to check it out. I can also email you the documents as well. So these are court documents. You can read that top part right there if you want to read it out loud.
Has been identified as a member. MS-13. This is from Homeland Security.
And you can see the date at the top as well. So his initial arrest was in 2019. And keep in mind, you guys, I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I do try my best to give people good information. So this is the information that we have available. There's many more documents that I can actually pull up if you'd like. But the initial arrest in 2019, he was arrested loitering with MS-13 gang members. He was wearing clothing that they wear. And there was all... Well, I'm not making this up. This is all in court.
Yeah.
It's not true, though?
No.
What are your thoughts about that document, sir?
I'll do more research.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got that. I'm done being on camera.
Oh, okay. All right. Wait, hold on.
No,
Thank you for your time. I just showed them one court document, and they were not happy about that. I don't even really... Did I even take a position there? I just was showing them the facts. Let's move on.
I'll just mention one other thing.
Yeah.
There are reports of people with green cards and people who are U.S. citizens who were born outside of the U.S. getting hassled at the border. There was a news yesterday. This guy was born in Lebanon, came from Canada. They handcuffed him.
He's a U.S. citizen.
U.S. citizen, he and his wife. They handcuffed them both, put them in cells, asked for their phone password to check their phones, and after a few hours, they let them go.
Yeah, that happens.
No,
that happens.
It never happened before.
Yeah.
It's only happening under this administration.
People have never struggled to get in the United States?
U.S. citizens?
A U.S. citizen coming in.
Don't you struggle to get in the United States sometimes?
Passport?
And you got
What
handcuffed?
I get detained for 2 to 5 hours.
What for? What was the reason?
They don't tell me.
No,
They just
when
tell me you're
was
being
this?
detained.
When did this happen?
This happened for like 2 years, from 2021 up until 2022.
With no explanation.
They wouldn't explain to me.
Well, that's terrible.
Yeah. And that was under Biden's administration.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Nobody
It doesn't
says
matter.
that's good.
It doesn't matter if it was Biden or Trump. Abuse of power is bad.
Well, I'm sorry. You guys were just saying it's this is new. It's
Well,
never happened, and we just gave you an example of it happening.
I didn't say it's never happened. I'm saying it. I'm hearing it a lot more often.
I was just enjoying the banter, and I know you were too, okay? But let me just chip in my 2 cents. Now, regarding the situation where a citizen of the United States might have been detained for a very limited time, maybe for a few hours or so, in order to find out if they are truly supposed to be in the country, yes, that may be very embarrassing and annoying, but that is also necessary and okay, if you ask me. What you have to understand is that the United States is a melting pot, okay? People from varying ethnicities and races can be citizens or legal immigrants, or they can also be non-citizens or illegal immigrants. Yeah, you can never ascertain if a person is supposed to be in the country merely by looking at them, okay? Homeland Security are not magicians, and people's legal status are not written on their foreheads. I'm trying to cover my mic from the breeze. So to be on the safe side, a simple investigation can be carried out on individuals both inside the US and those intending to come in, just to make sure that they have legal permission to live in the US or to visit the US. This is no big deal. It is not a cause for alarm. A clear conscience, they say, fears no accusations. Okay, so if you find yourself in that situation, all you have to do is simply provide your documentation or give them solid evidence that you are supposed to be there. Okay, solid evidence that supports your claim. Of course, this can be annoying and uncomfortable and also embarrassing, but desperate times call for desperate measures. So yeah, sorry, I had to close my window to stop the air from coming in, and it is all dark now. Sorry. So this is one of the effective ways of combating indiscriminate influx of illegal immigrants into the country, and a way to foster reasonable and organized immigration patterns in future. So yeah, it might be unpleasant, but it has to be done.
You know, I am running into people that are finding this number problematic. They're not happy with what seems to be record low illegal crossings at our southern border.
Yeah.
Those are primarily Democrats that are unhappy about it. But what would your response to those people be? What are your thoughts about that?
Why in the world would you be unhappy about numbers plummeting where it's so dangerous to cross the border? Women are getting raped. The cartels own the operation of getting people, smuggling them here. Why in the heck would they want it to be higher? That's ridiculous. You know, yes, is it nice to have perhaps legal people that come in here and add to the country? Yeah, but not through sneaking through the border with cartels. It's not the way to go.
The Democratic Party's unsafe, and they're not about America, and they could care less about the American people. It's all about them and their agenda. Donald Trump's the man. He's making America safe again.
I think it's good. It should be done, and the laws have to be enforced. And I think having an open border is not healthy for any society.
So yeah, when I came across this video, and judging by the title, I immediately thought that James Klug specifically set out to interview only Democrats on this issue. But watching the video now, I realized that he was conducting a general interview. Everyone is welcome to participate, both Republicans, Democrats, and even independents. Okay, and now we have seen how different people on different political aisle digest these issues. Okay, for some people, they actually understand what is going on, but for some, they couldn't be more asleep than ever. And it is very ironic because these particular people claim to be woke. Anyway, I exactly got what I expected out of this video. I knew some people were going to be very delusional and deny the facts, and others are going to be reasonable and say things like they are. But I still want to get your opinions on this issue. What do you think about the participants and their responses? And what do you think ended the border crisis? Could it be the border ferry, the genie in the bottle, or maybe the crisis went away on its own? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Share your thoughts, but do so respectfully. And also, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and also consider joining my membership or buy me a coffee if you like, as a way of supporting the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.